Ciao Bellas, welcome to today's video. So in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how I use Got2b Glued on my own hair for my own wigs on a day-to-day basis. I tend to do things really fast and easy, so I hope that it is really easy for you guys to understand. So let's get into it. The first thing that I like to do is put the gel all over my hair to create a really secure base. Obviously the gel is going to dry really hard, so it means that my base is going to be super flat and it's not going to shift, which is going to give me a way more secure fit for the wig. Because my hair is so long and thick, sometimes if I braid it or I do something else that most other people would do to get it flat, it just isn't flat enough. So if you have thick hair like me or you're in a rush, a low ponytail with this method could be the fastest, best way for you to get it flat. And then while that's setting, I use a knife to apply the second coat onto my hairline, and I'm trying to get the Got2b Glued on my hair and on the skin on my hairline. You can easily do this with your fingers, however if you wanted a little bit more of a longer wear with your unit, applying the Got2b Glued with a knife is better because it's not going to be touching oil. And just remember that oil and Got2b Glued do not mix. So if you do want your unit to last like a week and a half, try and apply it with something like a fork, a spoon, or an eyeshadow brush, sorry. But if you don't really mind and you just are okay with it lasting like 3 days, you can use your fingers. Now I'm going to be applying my very old wig net for the third layer, and then I'm just going to be applying it again. So I've done a total of 3 layers, and I like to do it like this. You guys can do more layers or less if you like, but I think because I do so much during the day, I really want it to feel secure, so I like doing 3 layers, and then again just applying it onto the hairline and to the skin. Then I'm going to be going over a medium heat, and you don't want to dry it too much because then the gel actually gets dry. So you want to make sure that you're applying the blow dryer over on medium heat, but you want to be touching it every few seconds to make sure it's sticky, and when it gets sticky, then you know it's the perfect time to put your wig on. Now I'm just using a little bit of Kakadu serum just to make sure my hair is hydrated while it's under the wig, applying a little bit more serum to my unit, and then I'm just going to give her a quick brush and start applying her. Now normally you guys know in all my other videos I apply her from my forehead down, but because the gel is already set, you want to apply her from the back. I make sure that the band is sitting somewhere really comfortably, and then we're just going to slowly position her first. I like to grab a big section of hair on each side, lift and then drop onto the gel, and then slowly just start to set it with the end of my rat tail comb, and just take your time with this. I think the biggest mistake you can make, which I did when I started doing this too, is that the lace might be folding under, or the hair is under the lace or something. So I find that using the rat tail comb is good. As you can see, I'm just making sure that I'm getting all of the hair from outside of the lace. And I haven't done a lot of tutorials where I'm showing like a full fake hairline where I haven't got any of my edges out, so I wanted to show you that too because it's such a luxury to be able to do this without using glue or tape. So I'm totally obsessed with Got2b Glued, and I've worn elastic bands pretty much for like 10 years, and I'm just so absolutely in love with this. I really love the product. So now that the front is really secure, I'm just going to be going in with my 4 clips at the back to make sure that the back is also really secure. So if I want to lift it up, I can. Now this is just an extra step. I like to have a little bit more defined baby hairs, so if you don't want any baby hairs you could just leave it, but if you do want some baby hairs, I like to go ahead with my comb and just sort of brush the strands front. Also I like doing this because it's going to get rid of any of the gel that may have gone through the lace and into the hair. So I'm just brushing it forward, and then I'm just putting a really small amount of the Got2b Glued gel again just to help me set the baby hairs, and then I'm using an eyebrow brush to set it. I like using an eyebrow brush more than a toothbrush sometimes because it really grabs the hair and it gives you a little bit more control. Also again, it's a really good trick to make sure that all the gel is out of the hair so you don't have that really gelled look for your hairline. Now I'm just going to be taking one of my old scarves, and I'm just going to be making sure that it's really tight around my hairline to wrap it and leave it for 10 minutes to set. If you're only going to be wearing your wig with the Got2b Glued for like 1 day or just during the day while you're at work, you don't need to do this, but if you did want it to last longer, then I would definitely recommend to make sure you set it. The longer you set it for, the better. So as you can see, I've just taken it off and I'm just so happy with how it's looking. Like, this is just such a luxury. Remember, I started doing hair when full head weaves were a thing and we had those closures which you would make with an iron, so being able to have this is such a luxury. Now I'm just going to be playing around with it, seeing what style I like to do. I love my wigs to look messy and natural and random because I think it just looks more realistic, so I'm just going to be adding a few GHD curls into my unit. My unit's transparent lace is 24 inches, it's 180% density, which is a little bit thicker than I usually like. It's called the My Baby Girl unit, and it's the unit that I made for Crispy, who's my baby girl. I just love her, and I really like this unit because it's got dark ash blonde roots, and I noticed that a lot of other platinum wigs that I've seen all have like a lot darker roots, so I love this unit that I can wear it because it's got really natural roots for myself. So I'm just going to be playing around with it, trying to get a cool style. Okay, so now that I've had my little Beyonce moment thinking I'm a model with my new wig, I'm going to be showing you guys how easy it is to take off. So I'm just going to be using the serum, the kakadu oil that I was using before, gently spray it and use my fingers to rub it into the hairline. Like I was saying before, oil and got to be glued don't mix because the gel will just start to dry up and it will come off straight away. So anytime you sweat or it rains or there's steam, your wig will start to loosen a little bit. So it's really easy to come off. I'm just going to be unclipping the back, and as you can see, my base is still so secure. So if I wanted to wear this for like a week and a half, my base would be so set and I didn't need to do any braids. That's what the inside of the lace looks like. It's looking a little bit more dirty because it mixed with my concealer, but as soon as I put shampoo on that inside of the lace, it'll come straight off. And then I'm going to be washing my hair. I'm going to do 2 shampoos and a deep repair mask. I just wanted to show you how easy the gel comes off. As you can see, there's no gel or product residue left in my hair. It is healthy. Thank you so much for watching. Love you.